The new CAST paradigm is one where only senior instructors at an authorized CAST training center provide these very high-level titles. While none of the CAST titles are easy to teach, they do take a senior level instructor to do them justice. CAST 613 is no different. You see, in programming, there are many languages, and each of them having their own unique quirk. Secure programming in and of itself is fairly popular, but when you dissect it with so many languages, APIs, mashups, and the other protocols, it makes it very difficult to seat an audience looking for just what you're teaching and only what you're teaching. Consequently, the class sizes in secure programming tend to be, well, much smaller in size, making them less profitable for the ATC and more frustrating for the student because the class typically cancels quite often before it actually does end up running. I was challenged with writing an advanced secure programming course and one that could easily be sold. I was up against so many obstacles. If I were to create too detailed a course, let's say on Java or .NET or even PHP, the amount of students that would fill that course would be small at best. In order to make the course practical, I had to reach more than just one particular language written by developers. In reality, it needs to encompass them all. You'll need to find not only an instructor that knows programming, but also one that knows security and understands the concepts of each language, both backwards and forwards. It was going to be difficult to determine the kind of instructor would be used to teach this particular course. Gosh, if only I were teaching all of the courses. Well, that's it. That's the answer. I will just teach all the courses. What are you talking about, Tim? Have you lost your mind? You can't possibly teach all the courses all over the world. Well, I tell you, with the help of some fantastic friends and some very dedicated top interns, not to mention the help of some perfected software that I recently have revisited from 5 years earlier called Dragon Naturally Speaking, I've done just that. What I did was I took the position as if I were teaching a course. I came up with the idea of creating what I called conversational labs. One where I would actually sit down and teach the course as if I were teaching it to a small group of people. The same innuendo, the same silly jokes that I would tell in a class, I did in this course. And when you open the box and look at the presentation book, your response may be something along the lines of, "How lame." The presentation workbook will make a nice church fan on a hot summer day. But if you dig deeper into the box, you'll see the lab book will drop to a kitchen table like a hardbound copy of Webster's Dictionary. You see, I wrote the labs as if I were teaching the course, explain each and every aspect of why I was doing it, and each piece of the lab. Each module will perhaps take the instructor maybe 10 to 20 minutes to present, but the labs, well, they're going to take you all day. Of course, I'm exaggerating a bit here, but you see, most people, especially developers, learn by doing, not by watching or listening. So I simply taught the class as if there was someone there, and Dragon Naturally Speaking did the rest. With the awesome help of Easy Counsel's format team, they transformed my conversational labs into a beautiful reality. You see, in this way, the instructor will be more of a facilitator. Anyone with classroom leadership skills can teach this course. Now, please don't think that a highly skilled instructor could not add value to this course, because nothing could be further from the truth. I was actually lucky enough to have Geeta Singh be my first candidate to teach this course, and to say she is talented is an understatement. This lady is sharp. She added a lot of value to the course for her students. But my point here is that the course would do well without even a highly talented instructor like Geeta. Don't be fooled by the titles, though. Don't think to yourself, oh gosh, I already know about cross-site scripting and cross-site request forgery. I'm willing to bet you don't know it at the depth that I will present it. And I'm going to tie it all together, one after the other, using the same website. I make the statement in the introduction that if you drive your website or web app from a browser and it returns angle brackets, this course is for you. I also wanted to make it very easy to set up. You see, sometimes the connection to the database, the DBO object, the ODBC driver, well, they can be tricky. It's all dependent on the language you're going to write in. Moreover, keeping in line with the theme of CAST, the student really shouldn't have access to the source code. So I set the course up, or I should say the website up, on Amazon, where no one would actually see the source code. So with that, let me introduce you to the very luckily numbered CAST 613. Yes, I did insist on that number. It initially fell on my lap as 613, and I was asked if I wanted to move to the next number and leave that one out. You know, similarly how hotels skip the 13th floor because they feel it's unlucky. Well, I felt that this will completely change the way we approach website or web app security. How much luckier can you get than that? So without further ado, welcome to CAST 613, Hacking and Hardening Your Own Corporate Website, a Developer's Perspective.